Hey guys, it's Anthony with the Rag Company. If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering what are the best compound and polish removal towels. So we're answering that question and more in today's FAQ video. So, compound and polish removal towels. Where do you begin, right? Well, we're gonna start with the three towels in front of me, and this is gonna give us a really good starting point for the rest of the video. Now, the three towels in front of me are gonna be the Edgeless 365, the Creature Edgeless 420, and the Eagle Edgeless 350. Now, these are three towels that me and Levi love using in our detailing regimen. And so this is what we like to use for compound and polish removal, but I'm gonna get more specifically into that and why we chose these towels. So, compound and polish removal, it's very dependent on the type of towel and the type of compound polish you're actually using that is going to determine your experience. And that's something I really try to tell people, right? If you're using a really old school compound or polish and you're using the highest end towel there is, it still may not be the best experience. But if you're using a really good new age compound and polish along with a great towel, you might have a great experience. And there's a lot of factors that come into removal of compounds and polishes. It could be heat, it could be working time, what kind of machine you use, what kind of pad you use, and ultimately, I mean, like, it's never ending, right? You can keep going down that rabbit hole, but we're gonna be tackling this from a very just kind of focused perspective on things that we recommend. So we're gonna start first with the Edgeless 365 towel, which is gonna be this gold towel right here. So this is called the Edgeless 365, not only because it's 365 GSM, but it's good for 365 days out of the year. Nope, okay, so I thought that was a good joke, but no. All right, so moving on, so basically the 365, great all-around towel, interior, exterior, you name it, 70-30 blend, edgeless design. It's one of those towels that's not gonna scratch your paint. I promise you. I've been using this thing for years and years, and this towel specifically here, we pulled out of the studio. This thing's probably been washed 50 times. Seriously. It's a workhorse towel, you can't really kill it. So I use 365s on even the most delicate black paint, and I am safe, and I am good to go. I never have an issue with these towels. And so, me and Levi's favorite. I don't really know what else to say. They're just a great all-around towel. I tell people when it comes to buying a 365, don't buy one, don't buy two, buy a case, right? Because you can split that case up and use them. You can use them for your interior, exterior, wheel cleaning, you name it. So 365s, great towels. Next up is going to be the Creature Edgeless 420. So this is going to be, how do I say this? It's not an upgrade from the 365. It's just a heavier, denser, and a longer pile version, technically, of the 365. So edgeless by design as well, and it is dual-sided. So I'm gonna flip this over here and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So here you'll see that this side represents what looks very similar to the 365, and you would be right. Whereas when you flip this over, you're like, this is much longer pile. This is a very dense, this is almost, I would even say, a plush weave. And so that is the dual pile design behind the Creature. Now, this can be used on the same task that 365 can, interior, exterior, you name it. You can also use this on delicate paints. Now, between the two, what's better at compound and polish removal? It's really personal preference. I find that the Creature has a little bit of a longer pile, has a very smooth kind of plush feel to it, whereas the 365, I have more bite to it, I have more grab. And so the way I'd probably describe that is that the 365, I'm able to apply more pressure with my hand. I say this is kind of the best way to put it. I'm able to really just pin my hand on there, apply pressure, and use those pressure points to my advantage in some scenarios. Whereas the Edgeless, the Creature Edgeless 420, it's a little bit more dispersed. I mean, basically it disperses the pressure points properly. So while you won't be able to get the pressure that you get from the 365, this would technically be a safer bet if you were really worried and really finicky about your paint. Now, lastly is going to be the Eagle Edgeless 350. Now, this is something that some people would see and be like, that's the ultimate compound polish removal towel because it's plush and everything like that. And that's not necessarily true, right? So 70-30 blend, edgeless design, circular knit weave. This shares the same weave as the rest of our Eagle Edgeless lineup, including the 500 and the 600. The 350s are just a lighter towel. They're a less dense towel. So they still have a long pile though. They're still plush and they still look really, really nice. Now, these are great for polish removal, polish specifically. Now, where these kind of fall short is going to be the compound removal. A lot of the compounds out there today that people are still using are pretty tough to remove. They gunk up pretty bad, and depending on what kind of heat or temperature or what kind of machine you're using, those compounds can be like glue. And the problem is, this towel is just too soft to remove some of those sometimes. So it's not the fault of the towel. It's not a bad part of the towel. It's just sometimes it's too soft, so it'll tend to crumble in the hand, or you'll have a hard time removing it because you can't apply enough pressure, and I hope that makes sense. And so the 365 would be more ideal for those really concrete compounds. But regardless, these are 3 towels that me and Levi love using. These are great starting towels. Now, if you don't want to start here and you want a recommendation outside of this, some other towels to consider to check out would be the Car Wash 16 by 27 towel. It's an 80-20 blend with an all-purpose terry style weave, but it is another workhorse towel that's great. And then also the Edgeless 300, another 70-30 blend towel that is the baby brother to the 365. So all great towels, but you got to start somewhere. So these are our recommendations to start off for compound and polish removal. These two being more for the compound and polish. There's the 350 over here being more for polish. So hopefully get you started on the right path there. If you guys like this video, you can make sure you give us a big thumbs up. You guys can subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at The Rag Company.